All right, Crash Course Part 3. I'm just going to do flippers, and that's going to be it for my series. Uh, Everything else, you should be able to understand a lot of the mechanics, and if you have any questions, the Besiege bot community should be able to easily answer them for you. Anyone who's watching this, because that's how I've learned anything. And that's probably the best way to learn. And this crash course is probably too fast, or I'm not a good teacher, so you probably don't understand a lot of it anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete my spinner because I don't need that now that I'm doing flippers. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I keep accidentally deleting the wrong things. Yeah, just make sure. Well, you probably know. Careful what you're deleting and make sure you don't delete something wrong and then forget to replace it and then regret it when you go into your next match. Anyways, flippers. Personally, I know there's many different ways to do flippers. What I do for flippers, uh, and I'll show you, it probably won't be too successful, is I take suspension and I build up a bit, like this perhaps, and then I use the grabbers like I taught you from before to increase stability, and then I take hinges, decoupler, where is it? Blocks, hinges, and I'll put them like on the front of my robot if that's where I want my flipper to be. And then say we want these to be on here. Only problem is these can break off very easily. This is just an example though. Actually, wait, no, that's not what I want to do. So you can have, I'm going to do a couple of spinning blocks. I really, if you can use spinning blocks and it's within inside the rules, use them in my opinion because they are indestructible. They're pretty darn good. Go ahead and turn the speed off for all of them. These are just the bars. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these because they're pretty flat. And then I am going to, so right now we got this kind of floppy. You can see where I'm going with this probably. I use elastic personally. I know other people use other things. This is just a very basic design I'm going to be showing you. You can also secure these with that like that and then do some under here to keep them from spinning around the wrong way. And then I like to take my elastic from a mechanical or constructible spring, and then I put them on the end or as far out as I can of the arm and hook them to the back part of my robot. And I'm just going to do 3 to show you very basic design. And then you can map these to be however strong you want. So I'm going to do times 10 strength, and I'll do contract with Q. So control copy, paste, paste. So then now I have flipping power. So I can flip stuff. Only problem is I don't have a way to get it down. So what I have done in the past is kind of made these, it's going to look very crude and I would make it better, but I'm just, showing design is I take something like these pistons or these suspensions and stick them out here, similar here, and then just take a couple of springs and attach them there. And then I'd set these springs to 10 times power as well, but I'd set them to E. So I've got Q and E set up so then I can pull it up. And I mean, they pull it back down automatically because they're at 10 times power and they are elastic. But if I really wanted to whip it down, I could do that. But you can see these are not strong. So I'm going to go ahead and pull because I haven't made a flipper in forever. I'm going to pull out my personal flipper that I made a while back, Frob. And I used these because these are indestructible. So I should explain quick. All of these indestructible. This is indestructible. This is indestructible. This is not indestructible, and this is indestructible. So most of the armor pieces are indestructible. Basically, none of this is indestructible. The spinning block is indestructible, and the grabber's grabbing point is indestructible. And I think those are the main indestructible blocks. So if you can use those, use them because they won't break. So this is my flipper. It follows a similar technique. You can see the 2 in the front with the Q and the E, with the, hinges there. It's not the best design, but it works. It doesn't tear itself to shreds. You want to be careful with flippers though, because there's things like this can happen because we do scrap heap challenges, and I was like, oh, I'll just build a flipper. That'll be fun. And then I built this, and it looked really cool. But then you go into the fight, and it just does this. So yeah, flippers easier to build. Well, in my opinion, easier to build, or at least easier to explain. For my design, I just use elastic. I know other people use other things. I'm not sure what they do, but they probably have better flippers than me. Anyways, that's my version of flippers. Take it for granted. It's probably not the best design, but if you're looking to build flippers, that's one way to do it.